Hey everybody, this is Ashley Rush, Independent Creative Memories Advisor located in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm coming back to you this week with a new Tip Tuesday video. We are starting a new series focusing on our organization tools, and we're going to start by focusing on our Sort and Stash Organizer. So this is a binder system that we just released in January of 2021. It's got a sturdy carrying handle on the outside of the spine, and it's also a zipper binder so that all of your loose odds and ends on the inside will stay nice and tucked away. It's made of sort of a canvas material. So we're going to go ahead and unzip the binder, and we're going to show you the inside. So right off the bat, we have a cute little pocket on the inside of the binder. This is great for sticking in sheets of paper or little odds and ends that you need to organize. When you purchase the Sort and Stash binder, it comes with 3 fill and file sleeves in our 3 different sizes so that you can sort of get a feel for what you want to organize and what different products you'd like to buy in the future. So right off the bat, you have a 12 by 12 fill and file sleeves. These are double-sided and top-loading, great for papers and other things. We will do a whole little feature towards the end of the video giving you ideas on what to store in these fill and file pockets. You also will get a 5.5 by 5.5 pocket page. So this has 4 square pockets on the front and 4 square pockets on the back for a total of 8 pockets. And then last but not least, you get a 2.5 by 12 fill and file sleeve. So this has 4 pockets on the front and 4 on the back for a total of 8, just like the 5.5 by 5.5. So let's get some ideas on what we would put in these pockets. I'm going to close this up and set it aside. I've packaged the pockets individually so that you have a better view of them on camera. Let's start with the 12 by 12 fill and file sleeves. So as I mentioned, there are 2 pockets per page. Right off the bat, I'm storing one of my recipe templates in here. And I've taken the recipe template insert and put it on the front pocket so that I can get an idea for the template and some of the general instructions and just ideas about how to use it. And then on the back side, I put the template itself. The nice thing about this dark background for the pocket is that it helps make these translucent plastic pieces pop, so you can really get a good idea of what you have inside. Now, if you've never used one of our recipe templates, make sure you leave a comment and maybe we'll do a video on using those for a future Tip Tuesday video. So I've got recipe templates inside my fill and file sleeves. Also great for our 12 by 12 journaling templates. These we've offered a couple of times. This is our Hello Autumn recipe template. It's great for helping you doodle. My kids at my scrapbook camp just love using these. You use them with our pens or our dotting pens, as well as embossing tools to just give an extra pop to your pages. Now on the reverse side of this sleeve, I have inserted one of our laser papers. This is from our Christmas Spirit collection, and I've just slid one sheet of the laser paper inside of the pocket. These are perfect. They're pretty much pre-done pages. Slap it on a page, add some pictures and journaling, and you are done. Now, for this particular option, I'm showing you 1 per page, but you are not limited to that. For this pocket, I've actually gone ahead and added a couple of sheets. So this has 2 other laser papers inside. So you are welcome to combine them, and it's just going to be up to you on how you want to organize. So in addition to laser papers, how about pre-done pages? Perhaps you've taken one of my classes and we've completed pages together that you didn't have photos for yet. Or maybe there's an idea on the blog you really wanted to try, even though you didn't have photos in mind. This is a great way to organize those pages. You just slide them into the fill and file sleeve, and once you've got pictures that'll fit with that theme, slide it out and pop it into your scrapbook. This is a great way to organize them. You can do them by theme or just throw them all together. So this one I know I'm like, oh, when Father's Day rolls around or maybe my husband's birthday rolls around, I will have this page ready to go, slide it out, add our Father's Day photo, a little bit of journaling, and I'm done. So this is like scrapbooking ahead of time. Maybe you didn't scrapbook your page ahead of time, but you've got an idea of what you want to complete. So I'm using this sleeve to collect items for a layout that I have an idea for. So I know that I'm going to want to use these stickers. I've got about maybe 8 sheets of paper in there and 2 sheets of cardstock. And as I'm finding them and gathering them together, I know that this is for a project that I very particularly want to work on. And when I'm able to go away to a crop, it'll all be together and I can just pop it out, do my project, and hit the road. All right. Speaking of going to the crops and getting ideas, have you guys been collecting sketch booklets from any of my past events? Or maybe you've been participating in the virtual crops on Facebook? If you print those sketches out, this is a great place to keep them all together. It'll be like your own personalized idea book. You can organize them however you want. Maybe you've got a section for cards, a section for 2-page spreads or 1-page layouts. It's really up to you on how your brain thinks. So this is a great place to organize all of your sketchbooks and even your project recipes. Now, if you don't know what a project recipe is, these are step-by-step instructions on how to create pages with the cutting guide included. I often give these out at my major events like National Scrapbook Day and Croptoberfest, and we also do them every month with just our general product release. So if you're ever interested in a project recipe class, make sure you leave a comment so I know that that's something you're into. So this is our 12 by 12 fill and file sleeves. As you can see, they can be used for a multitude of things, but they're not the end all be all. We also have our 5.5 by 5.5 pocket sleeves. Now these can be used for a variety of things. We've talked about National Scrapbook Day and Croptoberfest. When you attend those events, you often get a little embellishment kit that just for coming. So this is a great place to store those and keep them all together. Maybe you work on a lot of our card kits. If you haven't tried those, they're really great. They come with enough supplies to make 12 cards plus extra. So I've taken the bonus bag that came from one of our card kits. This is all birthday themed stuff, and I've just got it tucked away so that when I'm ready to work on sort of birthday pages, I know where to go. I've also used this little 5.5 by 5.5 pocket to store the little journaling template. This is a little thanks to you gift that I sent out to lots of my customers. Maybe you've got extra gemstones or epoxy stickers laying around. Why not get them organized in one of our 5.5 by 5.5 fill and file sleeves? Now on the reverse side of this, I've gone into the adhesive mode. Do you ever lose track of your tape chips or your foam squares? Why not store those in one of these fill and file sleeves? You'll always know exactly where to find them when it's time to use them. Now we talked about putting embellishments in here based on collection. So this is from the National Scrapbook 2021 collection. But what if you wanted to break them up by design? For instance, what if you wanted to put all of your embellishments that are hearts together or tags? Maybe you take it a step further and you do by different titles. So here, these are all embellishments that say happy birthday or celebrate or party time. It's a great way to mix and match embellishments from different collections that maybe have a similar theme. So you can do themes like birthday, Christmas, perhaps different shapes like hearts, flowers, tags. It's really up to you and how your brain thinks. When you want to find a sticker or embellishment, what is your brain going to process in order to find that? Are you a theme person or are you a shape person? Last but not least, we have our 2.5 by 12 fill and file sleeves. So these are going to be great for our laser borders or our border embellishments that come with our different collections. This is an entire pack of the Emerald Gemstone Borders collection. Now I could fit them all in one sleeve, one pocket together, but I went ahead and separated them a little bit. So here I've got the gemstones, the cut gemstones that are together. Here I put the geodes together. These are the general sort of geometric shapes. And then here I put the other shapes. So it's got the peacocks and the leaves together. Again, that's how my brain thinks. That's what I would be looking for when searching for borders. Or how about this idea? What if you pre-cut a lot of our border maker cartridge borders and you file those away together? Maybe you cut single colors or multi-colors. So when you need a cable chain, it's already cut for you. You can sort of file through and pick the color you want, pull that out and get scrapbooking. So you don't have to spend a lot of time using your tools in the moment. So here I've taken 3 of our different border maker cartridges, pre-cut a couple strips and filed them away. All right, speaking of pre-cut, do you make a lot of borders, maybe using the same measurements? So here I've just filed away strips in 2-inch, 1-inch, and 3/4 inches. You could file a bunch of colors together. You could separate by colors or cardstock versus designer paper. So when it's come time to make a border, again, you don't have to spend the time cutting. You'll flip to that fill and file sleeve inside of your sort and stash organizer and pull the strips out that you need. Or maybe like we did before, you've pre-made some borders and you've been following the blog posts and you really wanted to try something out, or maybe you've taken one of my classes and you just don't have the right use for a border quite yet. Let's put it in the 2.5 by 12 fill and file sleeves. Now as you can see, this border goes a little bit past 2.5. This is probably actually 4 inches from the widest point, but it still fits nicely into the pocket and it just overhangs a little bit, and that's okay. It will stay put, and if by some miracle it falls out, remember we've got that zippered edge around the sort and stash organizer, so you'll never lose an embellishment piece, a border, a strip of paper ever again. So what do you guys think about our new sort and stash organizer? Is this something that you will be purchasing? What would be your favorite use or organizational tool? Do you have a favorite fill and file sleeve size? I'd love to hear all of your feedback in the comments. Stay tuned next week when we go into our next organizational tool and system. See y'all then. Thanks for tuning in. This is Ashley Rush. Bye.